That's day 1 of 15 days and 15 tips for the bar spin. Take a look which is your front foot and spin in that direction. And this is your regular bar spin. To don't miss out on the next tips, follow me. Day 2, raise your saddle as high as over the knee, or if you're really tall, under the knee, and slide it far forward on the rails. Day 3, you have to be super fast to do the bar spin in the air, because especially in the beginning you don't have so much air time, so you need a fast bar spin. And for that reason, practice thousands of times until it's really super fast, and practice it on the flat ground first. Lean your paddles against your shins and then spin it as fast as you can with full power. Day 4, practice a pull-up bar spin, because if you cannot do it on the floor, don't try it in the air. And you also get a lot more practice doing bar spin in a short amount of time. Day 5, the next thing to practice is clamping in the air. And what's important is that you stretch your legs out and lower your shoulders, because only when you stretch your legs and lower your shoulders you get onto the right position on the saddle. If you want to learn more than a bar spin, I recommend my bike tricks book with over 55 tricks in it. Day 6, and the next thing I would practice is one-hand landing, because then you have a feeling for how it feels if the bar spin is not landed perfect. Maybe sometimes you land even one-handed, and this is a good feeling for your subconscious, because you know you can even land one-handed. Day 7, the next tip is a whole trick. It's to learn the sui no hand, because if you can do sui no hands, you can do saddle clamping, you have the right body position, and if you hold it long enough, you can also do a bar spin. Day 8, and I already told you about one-hand landing, and now it's time to try no-hand landings, because if you try them, you will notice, okay, first of all, it's possible, and second of all, if you have to get off your bike, you get a lot of practice how to do that, and maybe you need this if you try the bar spin later. Day 9, of course, you want to try the bar spin on a fly out first, and what I recommend is that you don't jump straight, but rotate 30 degrees against your bar spin's direction. If you want to know further why this helps, you can take a look into my bike tricks book on page 76, where I explain how to do the bar spin. Day 10, try a one-hand landing with a 30-degree rotation against the bar spin's rotation on a fly out. And this teaches you to land one-handed, because not every bar spin will be perfect, and if you can land one-handed, you get a feeling and learn how to land when you're not perfect on the bike. Day 11, this tip will be a little bit strange, because I recommend to spin 30 degrees and try a no-hand landing, because this helps you to get familiar with the feeling of not having your bar in the hands and landing a little bit skewed. And it sounds a little bit strange, but trust me, it will help. Day 12, of course you want to do a whole bar spin, but it makes it much easier if you stay in contact with your bar, and that's why I recommend a pickup half bar spin first, and that's why you have to grab the grip in the middle and then at 90 degrees grab it with your other hand and stay in contact with your bar the whole time, and that helps a lot. If you will later do a half bar spin, then you can also do a whole bar spin, and that's the whole point of it. Day 13, and now we are combining all the tips from the days before. Spin about 30 degrees and then do half a bar spin. Why half a bar spin? Why no full bar spin? Of course, if you want to do, and if you dare to, do a whole bar spin. But if you don't dare to, then start with a half a bar spin, because you have all those things you need if you do a half a bar spin to later look, is it enough time to do a whole bar spin, and you can practice and check if you have done everything else right. And it's a step in between, and steps in between always help. Day 14, what makes bar spins easier is more time. And to reach this more time, I recommend don't speed up, but rather slow a little bit down, but push with your arms and legs into the kicker and jump higher. And an additional plus side of this is that you don't have much forward speed, and if you land with your bar screwed, you can step off your bike and everything is okay. If you're really fast and your bar is not straight, you will probably fall off your bike to this side, which is not really recommended. Day 15, this is the day to do bar spins now. And what I still recommend is taking smaller steps. What's the small step today is that you still do half a bar spin every second try, because this makes it much easier, because you have done everything right on the half bar spin. You know, you clamp the saddle, you have the right body position and everything else, and you can look if you have still time left after half this bar spin, and each second try do a half bar spin, and then the second try a real bar spin, and you will see this makes it much easier for your head to concentrate on the whole bar spin, because you have already done everything right on the half bar spin, and then you only need to concentrate on doing the whole bar spin. If you want to learn even more tricks, I recommend my bike tricks book, because there you have over 55 tricks for you, and I think the next trick of you is inside here and waiting for you.